Okay, so let's look at the first right-hand rule, and this is Maxwell right-hand rule. It is for a flowing current in a conductor, and Maxwell's right-hand rule is basically to find the direction of the magnetic field. So the only variables we're looking at here are current and the magnetic field. So it's gonna be current and the magnetic field. That's just gonna be our two variables in Maxwell's right-hand rule. So the idea is that your thumb goes in the direction of where's the current's going, and then the rest of your fingers you wrap around the conductor, and the motion of your fingers, or the direction that you're wrapping around, it's going to be the direction of the magnetic field. So in this example, the direction of the magnet, you point your thumb upwards. If you wrap your fingers around the conductor, they're gonna move on an anti-clockwise direction. So the magnetic field is gonna be on an anti-clockwise direction. Now, how does it look on a paper? Let's say like that. So let's try this example here. So the current's moving left. So you're gonna put your thumb left. Just put it like in front of your screen. Put your thumb left. Then you're gonna just imagine grabbing that line. You're gonna grabbing that conductor and twisting the rest of your hand, the rest of your fingers. So you notice that if you put your thumb to the left, it's gonna actually wrap going into the page, then it's gonna come back and go out of the page. So at the top here, it's actually gonna be into the page, and at the bottom it's gonna be out of the page. If you did it correctly. Now you always will use your right hand for this. So just your right hand. So again, thumb to the left. If you did it correctly, you should know that your hand wraps around and it sort of like goes into the page, then it wraps around and it comes back to you. So that's out of the page over here, and then first it's into the page, so that's here. Now let's try a different direction. So let's say the current's moving that way. So let's do the same. It's gonna be thumb to the left, and in this case you wanna have your palm looking up. So if current's going to the left, you're gonna kind of want your palm looking down, and if it's going to the right, you're gonna have your palm looking up. And so basically, don't just in a comfortable position that it's obvious, kind of so it enables you to wrap around your fingers correctly. So it's going up, it's going to the right, sorry, your palm's facing up because it's going to the right. You wrap around it, you notice that it first goes into the page, then you wrap around it, and then it goes out of the page towards you. So as it first goes into the page, it's gonna be below, it's gonna be into the page, and outside it's gonna be out of the page. So that's your Maxwell's right-hand rule. If you wanna recognize it like that, that's Maxwell. You can, if you wanna help differentiate it from others, but just know that if you wrap around a conductor of a moving current, that's gonna be the direction of the magnetic field. It's gonna be the direction your fingers are curling, and the direction of the current is the direction that your thumb is pointing. Okay, let's try another one. Let's say I is going upwards here again. Now you're not gonna have your palm facing up or down. You're just gonna want to put it so that it's kind of in the same plane as the line. So your thumbnail is gonna be pointing up, like you're approving something, like you're saying all right, like you're like a hand gesture of okay. So then you're gonna go thumb up. Your palm's kind of it's kind of perpendicular to the conductor or the line, and then you wrap around it. So you discover that it goes into the page first, and then it goes out of the page. So it's gonna be into the page over here, and it's gonna be out of the page over here. Now let's do different direction. So let's do going down. It's going down again. Just now you're kind of on a position where your hand's disapproving, right? So your thumb is pointing down, and then you wrap around it. So you discover that it is into the page at the beginning, and then it's out of the page at the other side. So you just get familiar with it, you get accustomed to it, but just basically what we're trying to know here is that this type of right hand rule is for current in conductors when you're trying to find the direction of the magnetic field. Okay.